Hey guys, what up? It's Juju6, and today I will be reviewing Hawthorne Heights' 5th studio album, Zero. It's to be released June 25th through Red Entertainment, and if you want to check the track listing, it's down below, as well as my song ratings to each individual song. I noticed that there was a lot of tracks on this album, and I expected to be intro, instrumental kind of tracks, such as Skeletons Remain, Transmission 1, Collation of Alternate Living Methods, Broadcast, and the very last track, which was, I guess, the outro, Over and Out, Transmission 2. Starting off this album is Skeletons Remain, which is the first little intro thing you get from the band. It's cool because it has this really nice soft acoustic guitar with really soft vocals in it, and it's very depressing. But I really liked it because you could feel the emotion in that track. And then it jumps right into the next track, which is one of my favorites, Memories and Misery. It's super upbeat and fast, and the guitars have this really strong, heavy punk vibe that kind of reminds you of their first two albums. There's a lot of desperation in this song with the vocals, and it definitely sounds like something old fans would really like. I definitely recommend you guys to check out this track. It was one of my favorites. It's really good. Another song that I thought was really awesome as well was Darkside. It has this really cool, creepy bass line that goes really great with the drums. And this song has a really dark, eerie feel that gives me the chills. And I guess that's why it's called Darkside too. Some really awesome moments with this cool instrumental breakdown, and then has this awesome build-up that jumps back into the chorus again. It just sounds really cool, and the whole thing was orchestrated really well with the instrumentals and the lyrics just matching really well together. There's a lot of really cool, catchy songs on this album that could have been really good if they did something different instrumentally, such as a song like Spark. It has a really catchy chorus with a fast-paced tempo, and it gives off this anthem feel with the band singing Whoa together, but I feel like that's just so overdone with bands, and they did this on their last record a lot too, on Skeletons. So I feel like they're kind of rehashing stuff from that album, and honestly the chorus is great, but take out those woes and maybe it would sound a little bit different. Another song that really stood out to me on this album was Hollow Hearts Unite. It's a very slow, almost ballad type song, and getting further into the song, it has some really nice harmonies with other people in the band singing. But I really liked it because it had so much emotion in it that it just sounded so different and unique for the band to do. Golden Parachutes was one of the first songs they released before the album's coming out, and I personally did not like it. Again, it has this anthem chorus thing that kind of gives you this feeling like Hawthorne Heights is together and they're gonna stay together. But it falls flat because it doesn't do a lot for me. Besides having a really strong chorus, nothing really musically stands out to me on this song. It just sounds like another kind of emo alternative punk song. Nothing too real great. Put Me Back Together was a song I really enjoyed. I love the guitar hook that draws you right into the song from the start. It has a really irresistible chorus with some great lyrics in it. Some of the best well-written lyrics I've heard from Hawthorne Heights in a while. A lot of songs on this album I expected were gonna go further and expand their sound a lot more, but they just didn't. Songs such as Strangers, it has some really random moments in it with heavy guitar starting, then this little short acoustic guitar thing breaks in, then it goes back into heavy guitars. It just sounded so random, and it didn't fit at all. Ghost Town was another song I wasn't too pleased with. It really lacks creativity, and nothing sticks out to me, and nothing's different from any of the songs on this album. It just sounds like the same kind of chord progression, the same kind of vibe. Taken by the Dark was the second song released from this album, and it has some interesting guitar parts that really add to the song. And there's a lot of screams in this song, but they kind of turn me off because I really don't like the sound of them. I personally liked their old screamer better. I don't remember his name, but a lot of the old fans loved the old screamer. And this new screamer, I just can't really adapt to his way of screaming. Then there's a random breakdown that comes in with like this really long scream, and it's just like, really? Are you guys trying to be like hardcore or something? I don't know, the song just totally turned me off. I expected the very last thing, the outro, over and out transmission 2, to be something really interesting and actually have like an instrumental part in it, but instead it ends with like this monologue of this guy talking like it's like a broadcast over and out kind of thing. It was disappointing to me. I really thought this album was going to live up to the potential that it supposedly had. From fan hype and what the band was saying, how this is going to be better than their previous work. I'm not really seeing that here. What this album really lacks is creativity musically. They have some really great songs, and it seems like they were trying to do something interesting, but it fell flat. They had a lot of catchy choruses, I'm not gonna lie, but catchy choruses will not make an album perfect or a 10 out of 10. There are some tracks here and there that bring you back to those first two albums with all the original members in it that the old fans can really appreciate, but overall, it just sounds like they're stuck in this rut of using the same chord progressions and the same use of their breakdowns and such. Seems like what they were trying to make interesting with an instrumental breakdown just fell apart because they would put really random things in, like screams that really did not fit. I thought the lyrics on this album could have been done a lot better. Some of the stuff they used just seemed really overused before on Skeletons, like the woes. You hear that a couple times on this album in different songs, and I feel like that kind of may draw somebody in, whereas me, I kind of look at it as rehashing something. So overall, I don't think this album is better than their previous work, Skeletons. It's got some really great moments in it, but overall, there's just a lack of creativity for me on this album. Tell me what you guys thought of the album. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Have you listened to it yet? Are you gonna buy it? Hawthorne Heights is playing at Warped Tour, so see them. I probably will see them. Anyways, guys, check out my links down below if you want to talk to me, contact me, whatever. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for more album reviews later.